Hey you guys, I'm back with another video. I think this was one of the most challenging builds I've ever done in a while. So I'm gonna attempt to build a 3-story micro home. The micro homes and the tiny homes came with tiny living, of course, and the micro home is 32 tiles big. So each floor here is about like 9 or so tiles, which is not a lot. It was really difficult to make this all fit, and you can see that I'm actually struggling a little bit with the stairs here. This would have been way easier with ladders, but we don't have those yet. Those are coming in they're coming in a free update pretty soon. And we also get an additional one when the Eco Lifestyle Pack is coming out. But yeah, so the stairs are on the outside for this build because there was no way I could fit them inside and still have enough room for all the other things that I needed, because I wanted it to be a fully functional home, you know, with a kitchen and a living room and bathrooms, bedrooms, like all of that stuff. The bedroom upstairs was probably the most difficult one to fit. The kitchen, which is going to be downstairs on the bottom floor, is actually a pretty decent size. It turned out it actually is pretty big, considering that it's in such a small space. So I think the kitchen is my favorite. So I'm working on the outside here, trying to find a good shape. The shape isn't really that good, but I mean it's good enough. I was trying to make that a little balcony there, but it didn't work because then I had too many ties, and I had exactly 32 ties because I wanted to have just as much space as possible. And I was trying to make the roof look good, but nothing really fit the way I wanted it to. So I think I ended up just placing some glass roofs that came with Island Living. Yeah, I'm finding them right here. So I actually really liked how that turned out. It made the build look very modern. And then I'm also gonna place that like that on the little bump out there, and then placing it so that it's a little bit sticking out, a little bit covered, and then adding these little things from Get Together to make it look like it's supported at least. I actually struggle a lot with choosing the wallpaper for the outside because, I don't know, nothing I found was speaking to me. I wasn't really sure which vibe I was gonna go for with this build either. Like, was it gonna be industrial or old-fashioned? Like, I just had no idea. I think I went for more of the industrial look in the end. And I really did like this brick here, but it had that awkward thing where it didn't have the little side detail, didn't apply everywhere, and it was annoying me, so I went with this one from University. So I did use quite a few packs in this one. I'm sorry about that. And then once I put down this brick, I was like, okay, well, I need to choose windows. And this window I think that window is from Get to Work maybe. And then these are from the Moschino stuff pack. I do really like these windows, and in the end I thought they were pretty perfect for this build, honestly. So here I'm starting to work on the kitchen. The inside is going to be pretty basic. It's going to be pretty much like black and white, but with just a few little pops of color here and there. And I love using that little tiny fridge there. That also came with University, and I like the fact that it's the exact same height as the benches. I think it makes for a very clean look, kind of. And then you can have just a lot of cabinets and they won't disrupt anything, and I think it looks pretty nice. And then the counters are from Spade, I think. I added the microwave there, and I sized it down because the microwaves in The Sims are ridiculously big. I think they can still use them. I'm not sure. I haven't tested that in this build. I did place test most of this build. Unfortunately, though, the bedroom on the top floor, you can only sleep on one side of the bed. I couldn't make it work. I'm really sorry. But the bathroom fully works and this kitchen fully works. So I'm adding some decorations there. I did choose to do the little bar tables because I just think those look good. I would love to have that in my own house. I don't. Well, my own apartment. I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment. And then here I'm starting to work on the bathroom. And I know this is kind of weird, but the bathroom doesn't really have a door. It has drapes. So you can at least close the drapes is my... well, they don't close in The Sims, of course, but like my idea behind it was that you could, in real life, close the curtains when you're going to pee or take a shower and all of that. And then you can just tie them up when you're not in there. And it can look a little bit open and cute, I guess. I know it's a weird idea, but this is the only way to make this tiny bathroom work for me. I would have preferred to have it a little bit bigger because I did struggle a lot with it. And you're gonna see in the screenshots later that I did have to switch out the sink because this one wasn't working. And even if I sized it down, it was just saying that I can't reach the sink. The sim that I tested it with said that. Everything else worked, so I just replaced the sink and then everything was fine. So once I upload this to the gallery, the bathroom is going to be fully functional. I did play test with the bed too upstairs later, and I really tried to make that work too. I tried to move the bed as much as I could, but your sim cannot get to the other side of the bed. So it's going to be for one sim only. And if you want to woohoo with someone, I guess you're going to have to do it in the shower. I don't know. So yeah, I'm working on the little living room area here, adding these paintings from Tiny Living. I really like the way these look. I've actually never used that version of that painting. I usually use the one with the leaves on them because I'm a crazy plant lady. I love pictures of plants. I love plants overall. So I'm adding a few of the finishing touches here in the kitchen and living room, and then I'm starting to work on the bedroom. So I think this bed is from, let's see, where was it from? From Seasons. I love this bed. I love the quilted little bedspread there. And you can see that I've pushed the bed into the wall a little so that the pillows stick out. Just the pillows stick out and you can't really see the headboard. I like that look. And then I managed to fit in the dresser from Tiny Living there, adding a lamp and some more paintings. I think I had, this big painting from Moschino, so I'm using more Moschino in this build. And then I'm adding this shower. That's the shower from Discovery University. It's been a godsend for building tiny homes, honestly. So yeah, saving my game here just so I don't lose all the progress I've made. That would have been a disaster. And then I'm starting to landscape a little bit, and I do end up making quite a big patio area. I did remember to place a bin this time. I usually always forget to do that. So I'm really happy with myself. So I'm doing the landscaping here. I wanted to make this like a little fenced in area to put some flowers and stuff, but that wasn't working out, unfortunately. It would have been a nice idea, but yeah. So I'm adding some decorations to the outside because I do have a lot of empty walls. I had to delete that window in the bathroom because it wasn't working with the shower and stuff. So yeah, I do really like how this house turned out. I think it's one of my favorite builds that I've done in a while. Besides my Gothic church, though, that's still one of my all-time favorites. And then I'm starting to work on doing some terrain painting here, and I think soon I'm gonna start doing the patio area, because my idea was that, I mean, you don't have that much space inside to do stuff and hang out with your friends. So I was like, well, then you're gonna get a big patio area instead. I think I made it a covered one actually with a little glass structure thing from Get Together, I think it was. So I'm adding a hedge here just to give some separation and deleting that terrain paint that I just put down because it was sticking out a little too much. So I'm adding a barbecue and a little picnic table in concrete just to continue on with that industrial / modern look. And then this is what me looking for that glass structure from Get Together. I was looking in the wrong category. It's in sculptures and not the other category. This one, and I do size it down because it is ridiculously big and your Sims can still fit under there. So yeah, I think this actually turned out pretty nice. And first I added this horseshoe tossing thing. I think that's what it's called. But then I end up switching it out for a bar because then I'm doing the lot traits and I was like, well, I think this is like a bachelor pad kind of thing, so it should be like a party place, but if it's going to be a party place, you just need a bar. So I'm adding this bar here, I'm adding a keg, and it's a little bit annoying that this bar doesn't get the chairs to attach to it. All the other bars in The Sims do that. So I'm going into the screenshots here, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this build as much as I enjoyed building it. And I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys!